We flew from sunny California and made our way all the way to the East Coast on cold but beautiful Lake Placid. What up, fam? Alex here. La Familia Alex aquí. We are all the way in the east coast of the United States in Lake Placid, which was home for Kay Hansen for how many years?
Many. I'm a woman of few words right now.
Just to give you guys some perspective what's going on, it's 7:15 a.m. Lake Placid time, which is what, 4:15 a.m. our time in LA, and we are just a tad bit jet lagged. Today's our last day here. Well, it's actually my 24-hour day in Lake Placid. Missed some flights, but it's all good. I got here nonetheless. Kate's been here since Tuesday, and it's our last day here in Lake Placid.
We're trying to catch our flight. I can talk normal, just like this, right?
Yeah, you can.
I'm trying to start quietly because there's other people here.
Yeah, it's fine. They're fine.
We're trying to catch our flight this morning, so we had to wake up early, and Alex had to wake up early, get his breakfast, so we're here.
So let me tell you a little bit. So if you guys haven't met, my wife, Kay Hansen, she used to be a luge athlete, still is, right?
Still is. I retired.
And now
10 years ago.
she's hosting the Luge World Cup, and in Lake Placid they just had this past weekend, actually yesterday, was the first World Cup of the whole season. Did I say that correct?
That was correct.
That was correct.
You did great.
A lot of athletes, pretty cool. I'm excited. I'll show you guys some clips. What luge actually is, if you don't know. You want to explain what luge is, pretty quick?
Oh, let's talk about luge.
Yes.
It's just you're on a sled.
And when did you start it?
I was 10 years old.
Oh wow. She's gonna tell us everything about luge as we get it. Anyway, I just wanted to put my wife through a leg workout. Today's leg day for me. That means leg day for us. So we're gonna be warming up, going through the workout. You ready for this? Let's get it. Let's start warming up. Easy. So you started when you were 10, you said?
Okay, sorry. Here we go.
You're good.
Here's my story. They recruit kids to get into the sport of luge because nobody
wants to be
grows
part of
up.
it. Not in California.
Everyone hates it.
No, not in California. They don't.
No one grows up thinking they want to be a professional sledder.
Well,
So
here in the U.S., I mean.
Other places too. It's just like not the most well known. In Europe, if you grow up with a track in your hometown, then you might want to grow up being a luge athlete. Because it's popular in those little towns. My legs are burning.
Already? She's an athlete, guys, Olympic athlete.
Not anymore. I'm retired. My muscles are retired.
Okay.
Anyways, they had these things called slider searches, and they would travel around America.
Slider searchers?
Slider search.
Oh, search.
Like a U-Haul of like trainer sleds. With like rollerblade wheels.
Yeah.
They came to Long Beach. My dad heard about the clinic from like a coworker, and I used to skateboard a lot at the time. So he was like, "Do you want to go check this out?" And I was like, "Why not?" And so we did like a daddy-daughter day, and we went to this clinic, and I tried it, and it was fun. And it's pretty much just like a hill with like hay bales and cones, and then they have like medicine balls and pull-ups.
So it's like a tryout, basically.
It's like a tryout, but you don't realize it's a tryout when you're little. They go.
So you finished that day?
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So you go try out. It's like a 3-hour thing, all the whatever. They get your push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups. You lay on a sled, and they teach you how to drive.
That's after doing all the exercises or the trial part?
No, you drive first, and then you do all the exercises. And there's like kids of all shapes and sizes, and you're like sizing yourself up with the other kids to see if you're athletic enough.
Competing?
Yeah, you're just little. And then you get a letter in the mail that either says, "Congratulations,"
or
"You've been selected," or they say, "Sorry, thanks for coming, see you next year." And then they'll say, "Come out to Lake Placid." This place.
So they send you all the way here.
Yeah, to go into the
Come to Zuma because you're out of.
training center, and all the kids across America come, and they call it a screening camp. And you get there in the first morning at 8 a.m. You have physical testing. You go in the gym, and you have to do all push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, 30-meter run, 300 meters long jump, sit and reach, ball toss, and you have to do it in front of all these kids. And they take your numbers, and then the screening camp starts. So they like get you on ice. They get you a suit, and you go walk the track, and you learn these curves, and you learn how to drive.
This is on Lake Placid. So you only have experience with this track?
At that time?
At that time. You're still not traveling around?
No, that's like 6 years later. But I got cut after that screening camp. I got cut.
Like they send you home?
Yeah, I got sick.
What kind of sickness?
Like I got the flu.
And then what happened?
I couldn't train. I didn't get to like slide. And so when I went home, I didn't got the letter in the mail that said, thanks for trying. See you next year. And
so you could try the next year then?
So then I tried out the next year. And I was a little more determined.
At this point, do you like the sport? Or you just want to prove yourself and that you can do it?
I got out of school for it.
So like not going to school?
Yeah. So I think that was my motivation at the time.
Just like staying out of school?
Kinda.
But you had to go to home school though.
Yeah, we had study hall, but I got to miss a week of school in 5th grade for a screening camp. And I got to play soccer and do all these physical activities with kids around the country, which Emily, she's still racing. Emily was in my screening camp. That's how we met.
And you guys became like friends.
Yeah, we were roommates. To give context to that, I'm gonna try and keep up, but you're gonna see Alex working out. Finishing the thing, and I'm gonna like do it, partly do it. There's thousands of kids that try out for this thing, and only like 30 get selected. I mean, I'd probably say like 60. I'm sure maybe they had 2 camps of it, and then they make cuts from there until they get a development team of like half, maybe 15 kids or something. Most of the kids you meet at that age, you don't see, they're not here anymore. So the fact that one of my best friends from the sport is from a screening camp, like the fact that the 2 of us stayed all the way together up until the Olympics.
And Emily's from
Connecticut. Yeah, both of us like trained all the way to the Olympics together, which like never happens. So it's kind of cool. They do a screening camp, and then you get invited out to nationals every year. And then depending on how you do at nationals is if you get looked at for the national team.
And at this point, how old are you?
Well, it took a couple years of camps. And then I was 14, and I did pretty well at nationals. I made the first page of results.
What does that mean?
So there's like 3 pages of results, but the coaches don't look at the second and third page. So the goal is to make the first page of the timesheet, like finishing in the top 10.
Like a top 10 list.
Yeah. And at this point, I had switched to training in Park City because Lake Placid is just too far from LA.
So in Utah at this point.
So there was an East team and a West team. I switched to the West team.
So that's how you met Preston?
No, not yet. Preston was on the national team. But I switched to the West team, and I was flying up to Park City like every other month, like during school. I'd fly up on a Thursday, I'd train, and then I would race on the weekends. Yeah, so I was sliding in Park City. So I got to know both tracks in America, which was an advantage. And then one year I did well on the national team. Miro saw my name and invited me out to a summer camp. So you get another letter in the mail saying, you've been invited to summer camp. And you go in like July, and you try and stay the whole summer, but they can cut you at any time. And so you get there, and the next morning is physical testing. And then by that point, you're mixed in with the older kids. And if you make it all the way to the end of summer, you have a chance to be invited to the fall camp. And if you make it to the fall camp, you have a chance to go to Europe.
And when did it switch for you? Like, oh, this is kind of like, I'm getting out of school, it's fun. To like, oh,
I'm good at it?
Maybe, yeah, I'm good at it, or...
Not until I became world champion.
And you were what age?
I was 15.
Which city were you?
It was here at Lake Placid. Do you see that picture of Mazda and I up on the screen? That was that.
So full circle.
I was 15, and I was the youngest to ever win Junior World Championships.
Wow.
Still in, baby.
You hold that record.
No one's beat it. This is the long title. Youngest ever Junior World Champion for luge. Such a niche. No, I didn't mean it like that.
No, but I do.
Oh.
That's incredible. Such
a niche. It's like Junior World Champion at folding paper airplanes.
He's being humble because like I got a chance to be on the luge sled like from the 4th quarter of the track down to the final line, and that got me to like 35 miles per hour, I think.
So the track has 15 curves, and he started at curve 12.
Yeah, so I'm like 3 curves, and I'm laying down, and I'm like, I have no clue how to control the sled. One, they were just lay like a potato. I'm like, that's all I can do, and it's scary. They're going like
we should show
80 to 85 miles per hour, I think, sometimes more.
We should show the pictures of it.
They're going super fast. So like at 15, you're going down a crazy steep ramp made of ice on a little cart, flat thing with metal blades on it, and you're controlling it. No, she was actually steering that thing. I'm saying like that because I have no idea how to do it, but like it's pretty impressive and incredible that at 15-year-old she was a world champion. So
Well, I was gonna quit that year, but then I
couldn't quit anymore.
I was gonna quit and retire because there's not a lot of money, no education.
Why is that though?
Well, there's no college programs. It's a little unfair. So all you college
Not a
athletes,
TV time.
all you college athletes that are getting NIL deals right now.
Tell me a little bit about your workout routine. What was it? How was it?
We weren't allowed to lift until we were like 14 or 15. When we were kids, they would set up obstacle courses, which I loved.
So you like running around?
Yeah, just like staying really active, and they would time us, and I always tried to beat the boys. Emily and I were always like the most athletic little girls. They would be these obstacle courses of like, in the gym would be like, okay, here, 10 push-ups, then you're gonna come here and you're gonna hop through this ladder, and then you gotta give us 20 sit-ups, and then there was a med ball toss, and then you had to slam the med ball 10 times, and then go to the next. So like, you would just go balls to the wall as a 12-year-old because you knew they were making cuts at the end of the week, so you wanted to prove that you should be there. They would set up a bunch of mats, and they would say, okay, you have to somersault, spin around 3 times, somersault, spin around 3 times, and do it all the way down so it would simulate crashing. It wasn't a test, it was like to train your brain how to crash because you would be so disoriented.
Okay, Hansen says they were giving little kids concussion.
You would have to simulate the disorientation of crashing so you didn't like freak out and like spread your limbs, because if you spread your limbs when you crash, they can get caught in like ice joints.
They're teaching you how to remain calm and tuck your body in.
And to be dizzy.
At the same time.
Yeah, they do that like when you're like 10, 11, 12 because you're crashing a lot as a kid and it hurts a lot.
I'm curious to know like who created this protocol.
Russians. So that's just how everybody was trained. That's what they knew.
At the
Like,
time.
so all the luge athletes at the time had come from like Soviet Union. Luge was really big in Europe, and so our coaches came from Europe until Americans were good enough to coach us.
When did they become competitive?
In the 90s.
Do you know when Luge started?
I want to say like in the 30s. But well, luge started in the 1800s because it's how they delivered mail from village to village in France. But there's no French team. France got really into bobsled. They have one track called, it's in La Plagne. It depends on how much funding people have. So like if you don't have funding, then like
There's no sport.
there's no sport.
Yeah.
But bobsled gets funding because of cool runnings.
Feel the rhythm. Feel the rhyme. Get on up. It's bobsled time. Cool running.
Because
The
people,
movie, guys. If you guys haven't watched it, it's
it's a good movie.
a pretty fun movie.
Bobsled you can join when you're 20 years old, but luge you have to join when you're 10, 11, 12 years old. Unless there's like a certified program going, no one's gonna send their child to go live abroad unless you trust what's going on. So pretty much you would do like, you do a team med ball workout, play soccer, they teach you how to pull starts, and then you would go do wheel training, you'd go to a hill with cones, and you do the same thing in the screening camp.
When you started working out then,
So we didn't start lifting until you made the national team.
which at that time, how old are you?
14 or 15. Squats, pull-ups were like the big one.
Yeah, what was the main exercise or main skill that they really want you guys to focus on?
Well, at that age, they're just trying to get you to put on as much weight as possible. It starts with just squats, bench, assisted pull-ups, prone row, Bulgarian squats.
How heavy were you? What was the heaviest you ever been?
I was 75
Kilos?
kilos.
So that's like my weight right now. It's like 165 pounds, 169, 70 pounds.
I got up to 170 once,
Let's go.
but it wasn't like functional. My best weight was around like 163.
However, you know, disclaimer, guys.
One,
Don't ask your wife that ever. What?
150. 150 or 145 if
Let's go.
I'm stressed.
Let's go. If she's stressed, which she's stressed with me all the time.
Also depends if I'm eating meat. I'm not.
Were you vegan at the time?
No. It was like all chicken all the time.
The gains,
Cafet-
real gains.
Cafeteria, dried chicken, protein shakes, and creatine. And my supplements.
So the vegans are mad at me.
Why?
Were any vegans in the team? Or are there any vegans?
It wasn't a thing
from
at the
Kid-
time. This was
I'm
like
just
2007.
I'm just kidding. So people are wiser. Is that what you say?
No, they aren't.
I'm just kidding.
They are worse.
They're not.
Yes, they are. You pretty much just had to pass physical testing every year, but it was really hard to pass.
What were the exercises you had to do?
Everything, the push-ups, pull-ups. How many push-ups in 30 seconds?
What happened when you failed?
You didn't get to travel.
You cut.
Well, it depends on how good at sliding you were. If you were good at sliding, they would make exceptions.
We almost done. We're gonna go to the OTC in a little bit. I'm excited to see the building, see how it is inside, and see what we got to experience for so many years.
We definitely didn't do calf raises.
Oh, that was a stab for me. Say what you want to say. It's in the camera right there.
This is not.
Say what you want to say. Look at the camera. They can see your face.
Calf raises are for people insecure about their calves.
That's not true. Wow. The stabs, gentle stabs.
The only people. Okay, this is real. This is real.
Oh, the other part was.
The other part was for TV. Calf raises are obviously functional. You had a great explanation the other week. Connected to your Achilles, all the good stuff. The only people that I see doing calf raises are
Bodybuilders?
I don't know how to say this.
Don't say it. If you don't know, you should say it. Don't say it.
I was like Equinox people.
Oh.
Aesthetic. Equinox.
Bodybuilders.
Aesthetic. It's
Go
aesthetic
gym
people. People doing calf raises. There is no Olympic athlete that has, maybe except for ski jumpers, and they have it's probably weighted calf raises.
You know what we did today?
Where they're like, and they like train every striation of their calf.
Every fiber.
Yeah, they have a supplement specifically for their calf.
She's.
But if someone
she's
has calf raises at the end of their workout, it's like, it's pure aesthetic.
She's saying all that because I have skinny legs.
No, I'm not saying.
The whole world.
You do have skinny legs, but that's not why I'm saying it. The only time I would program calves for someone is if it was an injury, like recovery, rehab. We'll show you the Olympic weight room later, and there's no calf machine.
Great work, guys. She kept up. Okay, where are we at?
This is the Olympic Center of Lake Placid. They like just redid it, and they put like a museum in here. But Alex doesn't know about the Miracle on Ice, but I'm sure anyone watching this in America knows about the Miracle on Ice. So they had 2 Olympics here. This is the old arena in 1932. This is all the cool. This is really cool. Like these are like the figure skaters in 1932, and like this is like what they look like. This is what the sport used to look like. It's so insane.
So you telling me last night that the hockey was amateur only
Yeah.
on the Olympics, so only amateurs were allowed to compete.
I'm gonna explain this to Alex. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Americans don't know the story.
Maybe that they don't.
I find that really hard to believe. It was like
I know
a really
that
famous movie. Anyways.
I know about the movie, but okay. So hockey was an amateur sport on the Olympics.
Yeah.
But
wait, look at this one. This is the rink that I was telling you last night of opening ceremonies. And this was the Miracle on Ice. Back in 1980, because those were like the rules of hockey at the time. It was like amateurs only, and so they came to the Olympics. And I'm gonna butcher it because I know you guys know the full story, but essentially they were like major underdogs, and they were like the story of America at the time. And the Russians were super good, and so they like barely made it through like the Olympic, like I don't know, like through each stage. And like one of the games was against the USSR, and the USSR were like machines. Like they were like pro athlete. It was insane. They were supposed to just get demolished.
So
and
this is the 1980 Herb Brooks Arena.
yeah, so he was the
Brooks.
coach at the time, and then this is where it happens. Like in the movies and like everything, like this is where I heard a rumor this weekend saying that this is where the USA, like that chant started. All of the names, those are all of the names of
the athletes.
Yeah, of the players. But I remember we had opening ceremonies. I had a luge competition, and it was for the Empire State Games, which was like a state-run competition. And we had opening ceremonies on this ice, and I thought it was the coolest thing that I got to be on like the Miracle on Ice. I was in my sweatsuit and everything. It was like emotional being on the ice because it's like such a big Olympic story. So this whole town is built off of like this. See, look, home of the 1980 Miracle on Ice.
Home of the 1980 Miracle on Ice.
This is it. U.S. stunned the Soviets. I'm telling you, you're gonna watch the movie and you're gonna cry. It was really so beautiful. What's up, Luge fans? We're back for the Lake Placid IBA Special Luge World Cup, and right now where I'm at, we are in Lake Placid. This is like the heart of the Olympic community, the Olympic world. And behind me, this is what they call the Oval. You can see people practicing with speed skating. Back in 1932, this is where they did the opening ceremonies, and actually, I think it was FDR. The president, he became the president like a month later, but he was like the chairman of the opening ceremonies. And this is where Eric Heiden won 5 gold medals, which is never gonna happen again because speed skaters don't do all 5 disciplines anymore. And they called him like the golden boy, I think, because he had a gold suit on. Anyways, yeah, people are ice skating last night. It's a super fun rink. But yeah, this is like the whole Olympic Center. Now, what's really cool about Lake Placid is all the complexes are really close together. So most of the Olympic cities these days, you have to travel hours to go to the place, but like the ski jumps are right there. And then Mount Van Hovenberg, the track is actually just beyond it.
The ski jumps are all the way in the back. That little thing right there,
So
that little thing is a big thing. We're just far from it, but it's super high.
Okay, we gotta go. Okay, this is Billy Tavares.
Really?
Billy Tavares, the Flying Hawaiian. No, did
I
they
used to be
call
her
you
coach.
that?
Yeah, they
But
did.
it was Guam.
Yeah, that was from, actually that's from high school.
Oh, high
From
school.
pole
I remember
vaulter.
you
was a
told me
pole
that.
vaulter.
He was my coach, like during Olympic years, during everything, but was previously a bobsledder, was big bobsled guy, but then made the transition. And...
Well, actually it was the opposite.
Oh, really?
92 Olympian with luge, and then transitioned to bobsled, went to bobsled, coached them. Actually was an athlete with them, then coached the women's team until 2006, then transitioned to the whole team.
Yeah.
Coached them until 10, and then I came over and got you guys and got to coach you.
And now
into
he's
the
retired, and now he's
14.
building up this building to be this supreme thing that would have been
It's awesome.
cool.
It's awesome.
Proud of you.
Well, proud of you. I mean, where can I see you? Like, let me go let you in.
Okay.
You have to have a background check.
Wait, when did this happen? Anyone could come in when I was here. Criminals could come in here. Hi, Donna. I used to live here 10 years ago. Well, now it's so updated and incredible. And sorry, we just interrupted.
Kate is a 2014 Olympian, so don't let her sell herself short.
Back in the day.
And she is a gold medalist from the World Cup.
You remember? Oh my gosh. He's such a good coach.
Hey,
You remember my
when
theme.
she won it, it was amazing. Because truthfully, nobody expected, probably but us.
Yeah. Not even me.
Remember her, after her first run when she was in the mud, I don't even know if you remember.
This was 10 years ago, and you
Oh,
remember
gosh,
this?
yeah, because it's your first win.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
why I remember.
Yeah, my first and only and last. It was
But
my...
she was on the start. I was a little nervous. What the hell, Kate? Just go. You know what to do.
Yeah.
She went and she did. Wow. And won.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I still get chills.
I'm like emotional.
I'm emotional
I'm
right
like,
now,
I can't
yeah.
believe you remember that.
It's so awesome.
That's so
Oh,
cool.
God,
We're catching a flight down in Albany, but I just wanted to come see it really quick. Is this a museum now?
Yeah, that little office right there.
This is where we played Xbox every Saturday. Yeah, they changed it. Oh, wow. Well, updated. Oh, see, this was my year. I have this coming at you, a Christmas sweater party next week.
This is so cool. Who's this guy? William?
I don't know. But this room used to be couches, and this is where we played Halo. Like every Saturday.
And now
this
it's a
was
museum.
This was the gaming room, and now they've updated it. This is luge gear. The booties, their pointy shoes, the speed suit. I was so lonely here that I would come to this mailbox every week. Yeah, and it's your room number. When you live here, you have your own name. And so like Tucker, this is Tucker. Tucker, you have mail. When you see a little sheet, you know you have mail. And it just like made my day because I didn't have family here or anyone, so my mom would send me packages. Oh, this is cool. So Rhythmics Gymnastics is here. That's when you know that Rhythmics.
Oh, I
If you don't know what Rhythmics Gymnastics is,
Okay, so we just kind of rebranded this lobby.
yeah, it looks so good.
Yeah, I like it. They're gonna get some lettering for that, and that's our weight room on the front floor.
Yeah,
how fun.
they switched that. This is, I can't, were you here before it was redone?
So I started 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So that was already here. That's our security desk.
We had no security.
Yeah.
Anybody could come.
So
Well,
this
it did
is
get a little funky. I guess
this is the how this slide
guy
is
that
moved.
like
That's
came
skeleton
in the
slide.
middle of the night and just like slept.
Yeah, 100%. Yes, happened all the time.
So yeah, some older models here.
Yeah.
And the gym. So those are the
Aiden.
rhythmic gymnasts who are leading.
This is a luge.
That's a luge sled. Yeah.
They were here and they were using these 2 days.
Cool.
They always
Yeah, they
come
take
here
the middle
pretty
one.
frequently.
Yeah, they were here all the time.
Guys, we got in the in and out of the OTC.
Bandy, they kept the bandy. That's what we had a Swedish coach who brought in all that stuff. This is the sled I was talking about when you like train on it. So this is like the rollerblade wheels. So you paddle across the court and stuff like that.
You want to demonstrate?
Do you want to demonstrate?
Yeah,
You
sure.
demonstrate.
So how do you do it? Are you sitting down?
Yeah,
Legs like this?
yeah.
And then
Scoot up, and open your knees.
Scoot up, open
Yeah,
my knees.
yeah, and then reach and pull.
Oh, this is fun. Oh,
More, further reach. You see, he kind of looks like a monkey.
I'm a natural. No, I'm not. Well, I'm coming back.
That's so funny. So that's it. You did it.
I'm going right, but it's not going.
I know it's hard. It's so hard.
a lot of core. So you have a gym for employees and a gym for the athletes?
No, so oh, you do?
Boys
Yeah.
is
I just saw it there.
right where we saw the bobsled models and the luge models. It's like a small
That's awesome.
area.
Oh my gosh.
But they could also use that front weight room if they want.
Oh, that's me.
Oh,
That's me.
look at that.
cool.
Stay next to it.
That is cool. I can't believe I made it. I'm a part of the OTC. I know it's me because I'm the only one that wore that. And
Why did you wear that?
because if you're looking under it, then you know your head's in good position.
Oh.
And I got bib number 3, which was my lucky number.
Wow.
That is so cool.
That's so
I've been seeing
2014 was where?
Sochi. Yeah.
How funny that they have a picture of you.
Well, I was seeing all my teammates, and I was like, maybe I wasn't good enough to get a photo. I don't
Look at
know.
you right there.
But like all these guys, like the Bobs, like we all trained at the same time. Like we were all the same year.
Wow.
This is so
Yeah.
cool.
It is cool.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I remember picking the tape very specifically.
Yeah.
Like everything, yeah, I mean, it's like your Olympic. And my thumbs were always up, and I was afraid I was going to break my thumbs.
Why did you keep it up like that?
I don't know, because I was just so
You're
relaxed.
positive.
I was so relaxed.
You're like thumbs up. You immortalized on the OTC walls, though.
Yes, I can't believe that. That's so cool. Yeah, this is the weight room, Alex, that you want to see.
I see.
You can't see it. Essentially just a bunch of squat racks everywhere, and then a
You
lot
can
of...
kind of see it here. Perfect.
So cool.
So, what other sports? It's mainly winter sports here, right?
Mainly, but we do get Paralympians too. We've got some Paralympians that were strength and conditioning for rowing. Then earlier in the summer, we had some Paralympians that were rugby. Yeah, we're getting ready for a lot of winter stuff right now. Like there's a junior luge team coming in. We have some artistic swimmers going in. They're just staying here. They're going to end up going to the community college and using their facilities for the swimming. So obviously these are the residences, so a mix of singles and doubles. You know, they have 24/7 cardio room, they have various lounges, they have laundry, cafeteria.
Yeah, what do you guys? Hey.
She saw a picture of herself.
Lubo,
Of course we have a picture of her.
I didn't
Why
think
wouldn't we?
I didn't think I would make the wall. I
Why
was
wouldn't
so
we?
honored. I mean, I see Aaron's hands. I see Aaron and everyone
Aaron's
else.
quite a bit around here.
Yeah,
We're planning to expand the whole back of this building
yeah.
all the way to the grass area.
Cool.
So Sports Med will move up there
Oh, okay, that's
with
Yeah.
with the gym.
Yeah.
About 11 to 15,000 square feet.
Oh, okay.
New gym.
Cool.
That's so cool.
I want to go say hi to Lubo really quick, but I won't go inside. Hey, you old man. I'm leaving. I just want to come. I'm showing my husband the OTC.
Hey, hi.
Have you
How
guys
are you
met?
doing?
Oh,
Alex.
this is Alex.
I
This is
believe
Lubo.
somewhere, maybe.
He was in
Hasbro.
St. Moritz last year.
Yeah.
It's possible.
This is nice.
So they changed this too?
Yeah, for a while or what?
No, like 10 years. I'll
You
see you
just
next
retired.
weekend. Bye, Tony. See
Chris,
ya.
you made it here. All the best.
I got this girl. When she warmed up, she danced.
I know. There's a whole video of this.
So before we went to the games, I got questions about it.
You did?
Oh God, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Why that she was dancing and we didn't have her doing a proper warm up?
Uh-huh.
And my answer was, first was, you win the World Cup, then you tell me that she's doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Let's go. Drop the mic
So
right there.
ballsy.
Second, as long as she's getting the dynamic warm up in
Yeah.
and she's doing what she needs to do, I could care
I
less.
don't care.
Wow.
But yeah, I remember
You have my back.
I remember them questioning me about that, and I'm
Yeah.
like, really?
You're like,
Yeah.
let her live her life.
Also, didn't that start because she had a broken foot, right? So she couldn't.
Yeah,
That
Yeah.
was a rough year.
that was.
That was
but
a
you
rough
won.
year.
Yeah.
That was crazy. It was. That's why I like.
She brought some rules. Because of her, there was rules put in place about how to get to the start, and
Oh,
you
because
can't
of my
wear
crutches.
Yep, you can't use crutches. You have to go out there on your
That was
own.
messed up.
Oh wow.
That was messed up. I'll tell you
yeah.
more about that later.
You
That
made
was
you
like-
made more history than you think.
No, she.
That was. I totally forgot about
Thank
that.
you for that insight.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you guys have a good time. I have one more car to move.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can I go back to my photo and just take a picture next to it? You don't have to come. You can. I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay. Thank you.
So cool.
That was so cool.
Thank you so much.
But yeah, this is a luge sled.
Can you show us how to lay down it?
Yeah, well, this is like, you know those like old wooden sleds for kids that have like the really curly cues? and
Yeah.
candy canes? It's like a faster version of that. So like when you lay down, like when you push on this, you go this way. When you push on this, you go this way. And then there's handles here.
It's actually not that easy because I was trying to push right
No,
there.
it's not easy.
You have
Like
the
if you
handles.
pull this and you push here, so there's like 4 different ways to like steer your sled. This is very old and you wouldn't use that anymore. But and then right here, I was lifting in the summer. I was 15 and Miro pulled me aside, Leah and I aside, and he
Why?
told Leah and I right here, he's like, "You have done a good job. We want to take you to Europe." And we were like, and then we were like, "Okay, thanks." And he's like, "Go call your parents." And so then we went in the bathroom.
How
right
old
there.
were you?
I was 15. And we were like, "What? We're going to Europe."
All right, say goodbye here. We're gonna take a picture. Give me your final words.
Let me actually go through this. This is actually bad form. This is bad form. You see how the curve is coming this way?
Yeah.
My head is up the curve. Your head should be, unless I was trying to do that on purpose, which would be a boss move. But normally you have your head down because you want to push into this shoulder.
Well, we know you were trying to do that on purpose for
Because
sure.
it steers. But look at like I know you guys don't care, but we care. The ice, the Olympic ice was like so
Prime.
incredible. It was like driving in like a Lamborghini. It was just so smooth, like a Rolls Royce. It was just like so smooth. Whereas like normally it's like bumpy, but like they spend so much time on the ice and like the ice makers and like anyway. So seeing that is like makes me really happy.
That's so cool.
Just looks really good. Anyways.
How you feel?
I don't